Ever pondered about the difference between a sigma female and an alpha female? Which one do you think holds the upper hand in today's society? As we step into this intriguing exploration, let's briefly touch on the distinctive traits that characterize sigma and alpha females. Now, when we talk about alpha females, we're referring to those confident, assertive, and dominant women. They're the ones who naturally take charge, who lead with an unyielding spirit, and who are not afraid to take the reins. They're the ones you'll often see at the forefront, leading the pack with an iron fist and a heart full of passion. But then, we have the sigma females, silent but potent. They are the introverted counterparts of the alphas. They are the ones who prefer solitude, who thrive in their own company, and who often choose to step back from the spotlight. But don't be fooled by their quiet demeanor. Sigma females are independent, self-sufficient, and possess a strength that often goes unnoticed. They're the ones who don't need to lead to make an impact, for they lead by example, with their actions speaking louder than their words. Now you might be wondering, who holds the upper hand? The assertive, dominant alpha female, or the independent, introverted sigma female? Well, it's not as straightforward as you might think. Both the alpha and sigma females have their own strengths, their own unique qualities that set them apart. While the alpha female might be the one leading the pack, the sigma female is the one who doesn't need a pack to validate her strength. So, who wins the game? The one who leads with authority, or the one who thrives in solitude? The one who seeks the spotlight, or the one who shines without it? The one who commands, or the one who inspires? Stick around as we delve into the world of sigma and alpha females and see who comes out on top. You've probably heard the term alpha female, but what truly defines an alpha? Well, let's delve into it. The alpha female is often seen as the leader of the pack, the one who commands respect and exudes authority. She's the woman who walks into a room and immediately captures everyone's attention. Her presence is palpable, and her confidence unshakable. In the world of alphas, dominance is key. They are competitive, always striving to be the best, to reach the top, to outshine others. They don't shy away from challenges. Instead, they embrace them, using each obstacle as a stepping stone to greater heights. An alpha female doesn't just sit back and watch the world go by. She's an active participant, deeply involved and highly influential. She's the one making the decisions, steering the course, setting the pace. She's a trendsetter, a pathfinder, a pace-setter. Yet, it's not just about leadership and dominance. The alpha female is also known for her extroverted nature. She thrives in social situations, effortlessly engaging with others, making connections, building networks. She's the life of the party, the vibrant energy that lights up any gathering. But how does society view these alphas? Well, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, they are admired for their strength, their ambition, their drive. They are seen as role models, as embodiments of female empowerment. On the other hand, they can also be misunderstood, often labeled as bossy, aggressive, or too assertive. Despite these societal perceptions, the alpha female continues to carve her own path, undeterred. She fits within the social hierarchy, not by conforming, but by redefining the norms. She challenges stereotypes, breaks barriers, and sets new standards. So that's the alpha female, strong, dominant, a natural-born leader. But how about the sigma female? Let's find out. Now let's turn our attention to the sigma female. Ever heard of her? If not, you're in for a treat. The sigma female is a unique breed, a deviation from the typical social structures we're so accustomed to. She's a lone wolf, preferring her own company over the buzz of a crowd, and she doesn't shy away from her solitude. In fact, she embraces it. Sigma females are fiercely independent. They don't seek validation or approval from others. They find it within themselves. This independence isn't born out of arrogance or disdain for others, but rather a deep-seated confidence in their own abilities. They know who they are, what they want, and they aren't afraid to go after it. But don't mistake their introverted nature for timidity. Sigma females are far from being wallflowers. They're simply selective about who they invest their time and energy in. They prefer meaningful connections over superficial interactions, and they value quality over quantity in all aspects of life. One of the distinguishing characteristics of sigma females is their disregard for social hierarchies. They don't play by the rules of societal norms and expectations. Instead, they create their own path and follow their own rules. They are not interested in climbing the social ladder or fighting for a spot at the top. They are perfectly content with standing on the sidelines, observing and doing their own thing. Society often views Sigma females as mysterious and hard to understand. They don't fit neatly into the boxes we've created, and they're often misunderstood because of it. But their mysterious allure is also what makes them so fascinating. They're enigmatic, intriguing, and undeniably compelling. Sigma females are self-sufficient. They don't rely on others for their happiness or success. They have the ability to stand alone, to be self-reliant, and to navigate life on their own terms. Their strength and resilience are truly admirable. That's the Sigma female for you. Independent, self-sufficient, and fascinatingly enigmatic. But how do these two types of females compare? Let's delve into that in the next scene. So, we've got our Alpha and Sigma females. Two powerful women, but in very different ways. How do they stack up against each other? Let's start with the Alpha female, the leader of the pack. She's confident, assertive, and isn't afraid to take charge. She's often the one calling the shots, making the decisions, and leading the way. She's a natural-born leader, thriving in environments where she can exercise her influence and control. But with leadership comes responsibility, and that can sometimes be a heavy burden to bear. The Alpha female often carries the weight of her team, her family, or her community on her shoulders. She's expected to always be strong, to always have the answers, which can be both exhausting and isolating. On the other hand, we have the Sigma female, the lone wolf. She's independent, self-reliant, and prefers her own company to that of others. She doesn't need the validation of a group to feel fulfilled or successful. She's comfortable in her own skin and marches to the beat of her own drum. But being a lone wolf isn't always easy. While the Sigma female enjoys her solitude, it can sometimes lead to feelings of loneliness or disconnect from others. Her independence and self-reliance can also be seen as aloofness or indifference, which can create barriers in personal relationships. So, who's stronger? Who's better? Well, that's a bit like comparing apples and oranges. They are different, and they shine in different ways. The Alpha female thrives in leadership roles, while the Sigma female excels in independence. The Alpha female is a team player, while the Sigma female is a solo performer. Both have their strengths, and both face their own unique challenges. In the end, it's not about being an Alpha or a Sigma. It's about being true to yourself. It's about recognizing your strengths and working on your weaknesses. It's about embracing who you are and using that to navigate the world around you. Clearly, both Sigma and Alpha females have their unique strengths and challenges. But the question remains, who holds the upper hand? So who wins the game, the Alpha or the Sigma female? A question we have been exploring, dissecting, and debating throughout our journey. But as we reach the conclusion, let's step back and consider, is it even about winning? The Alpha female, a natural-born leader, commands and orchestrates the world around her. She is the sun, radiant and powerful, around which others revolve. She thrives in groups, exuding confidence and setting the pace for those who follow. In contrast, the Sigma female is the lone wolf. Independent and introspective, she seeks her own path, away from the spotlight. She is the moon, enigmatic and solitary, shining on her own terms. She finds strength in solitude, navigating life with a quiet resilience that's equally compelling. But in this cosmic dance, is one celestial body superior to the other? Does the sun outshine the moon, or does the moon eclipse the sun? Well, it's all a matter of perspective. In our society, we often measure success in terms of power, influence, and recognition. From this viewpoint, the Alpha female, with her leadership prowess and social dominance, might seem to have the upper hand. But delve deeper, and you'll find that the Sigma female, with her self-reliance and introspective nature, possesses a different kind of power. A power that's subtle, yet profound, emanating from within, untouched by external validation. So, is the Alpha female better than the Sigma female? Or is it the other way around? The answer is neither. Each embodies a unique kind of strength, reflecting different aspects of womanhood. The key is to recognize and respect these differences rather than creating a hierarchy. In the end, whether you're an alpha, a sigma, or somewhere in between, what matters most is being true to yourself and embracing your individual strengths. Remember, every woman is powerful in her unique way.